Hello students, AS level chemistry, chapter is organic chemistry, lecture number 4. This is the part 2 of lecture number 4. In part 1, we have come to know what are the different rules for naming organic compounds. We studied IUPAC rules for naming different organic compound in part 1 of this video. So if you have not watched that video yet, please go back and watch that video so that you can come to know what are the important rules for naming any organic compound. Once you would have in your mind those rules for naming organic compound, it would become easy for you people to understand what we are going to practice in this lecture. We will start practicing nomenclature for alkanes. If you understand how to name alkanes, naming of other organic families like alkenes, alcohols, carboxylic acid, it becomes very simple. So let's start with naming of alkanes and try to understand how we can name alkanes of different structures. First of all, whenever you have been given an alkane, the structure of an alkane, how you will come to know that the given organic compound it is it is an alkane. Remember, there must be two types of elements only, number one carbon and number two hydrogen, and all the carbon and hydrogen, they must be having single covalent bond. So if the given organic compound it contains carbon and hydrogen only and all single covalent bond, then the given organic compound is an alkane. Now what we studied rule number 1, that we will have to select the longest continuous chain of carbon atom. Now there are two possibilities in this case. You can choose either this straight chain of carbon atom as the longest chain, because what you can see, how many carbon atoms are in the longest chain? 4. Likewise, if you wish, you can also choose this bent chain. You can also choose this bent chain as the longest chain of carbon atom. Whether you go for the straight chain or you go for the bent chain, you can see how many carbon atoms are present in the longest chain. You can see there are 4 carbon atoms present in the longest chain. So this is rule number 1 that we have applied. We have selected the longest chain of carbon atoms which is continuous. Now let's suppose we are choosing the straight chain as the longest chain. The straight chain, it is the longest chain in this case. How many carbon atoms are in the longest chain? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you have selected this bent chain as the longest chain, you can notice that there are also 4 carbon. So it makes no difference whether we choose longest chain as straight chain as the longest chain, or we choose bent chain as the continuous chain, as the longest continuous chain. So in both these cases, we will get the same name for the given organic structure. Now let's suppose if we have chosen the straight chain as the longest continuous chain, how many carbon atoms are there? 4, and all the 4 carbon, they are having single covalent bond. So rule number 2, we will have to write down the parent name. How to write down the parent name? You must tell how many carbon atoms are there. 4. What is the name of an organic compound containing 4 carbon? The name of an organic compound containing 4 carbon, it is bute. It is bute. So there are 4 carbon, bute, and there is single type of covalent bond. Single covalent bond. So that is why the complete parent name of this compound would be butane. Bute means 4 carbon, ane means single covalent bond. So that is why this is butane. Next, I told you that I have chosen the straight chain as the longest chain. In the straight chain, there are 4 carbon atoms. We have given the name butane. Then what we can see, how many branches are present with the straight continuous chain of carbon atom. You can see there is one branch, and what is the number of carbon atom in this one branch? Number of carbon atom in this one branch is 1. What is the name of a branch containing one carbon only? The name of a branch containing one carbon only, it is methyl. So now we have applied three rules. Rule number one, we identified the longest continuous chain. Rule number two, we wrote the parent name. Rule number three, we have identified also the branch attached to the longest continuous chain of carbon atom. Now rule number 4, you will number each carbon, each carbon of the longest chain. You will have to number each carbon of the longest chain. Then what you must do? You must number each carbon of the longest chain either from right to left or from left to right. But what you must remember, this carbon that is attached to a branch, this carbon must be given smallest possible number. So what does this mean? What I can do? How I can give smallest number to this carbon? If I start numbering from the left hand side. So from the left hand side, this carbon that is attached to the branch, this carbon is present at position number 2. So what number we will write down before methyl? We will write down 2. It means that methyl is attached to carbon number 2 of the longest chain, and there are 4 carbon in the longest chain. That is why it is butane. 2-methyl butane is the complete name of this alkane. Moving on, now you must also remember in your exams, as we studied in the previous lecture, instead of this structure, sometimes you may be given a skeletal formula. You can be given an organic compound in this form. Again, you will look at if there is carbon and hydrogen only and single covalent bond. Obviously, it is also an alkane. Now again, you will choose the longest chain. One possibility, how many carbons are in the longest straight chain? 4. What is the other possibility? What you can do? You can also choose the bent chain. Starting from here, if you choose this as the longest chain, even then it doesn't matter. Why? Whether we choose the straight chain or the bent, in both these cases, how many carbon atoms are there? There are 4 carbon atoms. So in either case, the parent name will remain butane. It is butane. And then let's suppose I have chosen the straight chain as the longest chain. If the straight chain is the longest chain, then this is the branch, and this is a branch of one carbon. You can see that each terminal and each kink, it is representing a carbon. 4 carbon in the straight chain, 1 carbon as a branch. 1 carbon as a branch, it is always known as methyl. So we have applied rule number 1. We have selected the longest continuous chain of carbon. We have applied rule number 2. We have written the parent name. This is the parent name. We have applied rule number 3. We have identified the branch. The branch is methyl. Now the last rule, we must number. Again, you can number this longest chain either from left to right or from right to left. But what must be focus of your numbering? This carbon must be the focus of our numbering. Why this carbon must be the focus? Because this carbon is the branched carbon, and this carbon must get least number. Right now this carbon can get least number if we number from right towards the left side. What you can see, the branched carbon is present at which carbon? It is attached to carbon number 2. So again, the name of this organic skeletal formula, skeletal structure, it is also 2-methyl butane. So simply what I have done, and the example that we have done previously, example number 1, I have given you the same example in this case, but instead of structure, in this case we took skeletal formula for the same organic compound. So the name remains same, it is 2-methyl butane. Now I'm moving on for the next structure. If you are confident, you want to just test your knowledge, you want to test your understanding, just you can pause the video and you can write down the name. When I will explain the name, you can understand, you can check whether you have written that name correctly or not. Look at the next structure. This is the structure. What I told you while delivering part 1 of this lecture, that mostly at this level, in AS level and in A2 level, the straight chain must be considered as the longest continuous chain of carbon atom. Mostly it happens at this level. So again, what you can do, you can choose which chain as the longest chain. You can choose the longest chain, this straight one. How many carbon atoms are present there? You can see there are 4 carbon. So what will be the name of this straight chain? The parent name of this straight chain, having 4 carbon and single covalent bond, it will be butane. It will be butane, 4 carbon having single covalent bond. But this carbon chain, it is having how many branches in this case? This is one branch. It is methyl, one branch having one carbon, methyl. This is another branch because it is attached separately. This is also methyl. So in this example, we have been given 2 branches, one methyl, second methyl. Whenever same branch is present 2 times, we do not write down methyl methyl. Instead of writing methyl methyl, we write down dimethyl. So you will write down dimethyl. It means there are 2 branches and each branch is methyl. So instead of writing methyl methyl, we will write down dimethyl. Now rule number 4, numbering. When you will do numbering, you must focus this carbon to which branches are attached. This carbon must be given least number. Now if I number from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, this carbon gets number 3 from left to right. But if we number from right to left, what you can see, the carbon containing branches, it will get number 2. So obviously 2 is a smaller number. So what you will do, you will number from right to left. You can see first branch, it is present to carbon number 2. Second branch, it is also present to carbon number 2. Since there are 2 branches in this compound name, you must write down the number 2 times. First branch, it is attached to carbon number 2. Second branch, it is also attached to carbon number 2. That is why you can see we have written number 2 times. The complete name of this structure is 2,2-dimethyl butane. I hope you would have done it correctly. Let's move on. I am giving you another structure. You can pause the video and you can name this. Now this time it is the skeletal formula. Okay students, if you have attempted it, what you can see again as usual, as I told you again and again, which chain will be the longest continuous chain? The straight chain. How many carbon atoms are in the straight chain? You can see there are 5 carbon. So what will be the parent name of this compound? It would be pentane. Pent, 5 in single bond. Now with this longest chain, how many branches are there? This is one branch, this is the second branch. What is the number of carbon atom in each branch? Number of carbon atom, it is 1. So this is which branch? This is methyl. This is which branch? It is also methyl. So before the parent name, again you will write down methyl, but there are 2 methyl. So we will write down dimethyl. But this time, if you start numbering, rule number 4, you can do numbering from either side. Why? If you number each carbon of the longest chain, the first branch from left to right, it is present at carbon number 2. This is the branch carbon. The second branch, it is present at carbon number 4. Again, likewise, if you number from right to left, what you can see from right to left, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this example, it does not make any difference whether we number from left side or from the right hand side. The number that you will write down, there would be 2 numbers because there are 2 branches. So we must write down number twice. So what number we will write down? We can write down 2, 4 dimethyl pentane. Okay. If you have done it correctly, let's move on. This is the next structure. Try to name this. Very simple structures I have chosen for you people, so that you people can understand the idea. Once you will understand how to name alkanes, naming of other organic families, it will become simple. Okay, if you have done this, again the straight chain. How many carbons are in the straight chain? 4. Single covalent bond. So this is butane. How many branches? Again 2 branches. Each branch containing 1 carbon. So it is methyl dimethyl. This case, you will number each carbon of the longest chain from either side. When you will start numbering, what you can see, what number is given to those carbon attached to the branches. Carbon number 2, carbon number 3. Only the position of branches has changed compared to this example, where the branches are at position number 2 to dimethyl butane. In this case, the branches are at position number 2 and 3. So simply I have shifted the position. Compare, you can compare this example that I am showing, this 2,3 dimethyl, with this example 2,2 dimethyl. The branches were attached to the same carbon. Here branches are attached to different carbon atom. So this is 2,3 dimethyl butane. Moving on, I am giving you the next structure. This is the next example. Try to name it. I am pretty confident that now you people would have become able to name these type of alkanes. Okay students, as usual, the straight chain, it is the longest continuous chain of carbon atom. There are 4 carbon having single covalent bond. So the parent name would be butane. 4 carbon, but, single bond, ane. How many branches in this case? The number of branches has increased. There are 3 branches, but this branch is methyl, methyl, methyl. This time there are 3 methyl. So we will not write on methyl, methyl, methyl. Rather, as we wrote di for 2 methyl, for 3 methyl, what prefix we will use? The prefix used is trimethyl. If there would be 4 branches, 4 methyl, you can write down tetramethyl. If there would be 5 branches, it would be pentamethyl. More than 4 5 branches, normally this type of question is not asked. So 4 or 5 branches are more than enough. For 3 branches, remember trimethyl. For 4 methyl, remember tetramethyl. For 5 methyl, remember pentamethyl. Now let's do the numbering. Now you must focus this carbon and this carbon, because both of these carbons are bonded to branches. But you must focus, you must prefer which carbon? You must prefer this carbon. Why you will prefer this carbon? Because this carbon, it is bonded to 2 branches, while this carbon is bonded to 1 branch only. So you must number longest chain of carbon atom in such a way that this carbon must get smallest number. So I will start numbering from right hand side. 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can see there are 3 branches. You will have to write down number 3 times. You will have to write down number 3 times. First branch, this is the first branch. This is the first branch at position number 2. Second branch, position number 2. Third branch, position number 3. So what will be the number that must be written before this? 2, 2, 3. Trimethyl butane. Okay students, if you have done it correctly, go for this. This is the last example of alkane family that we are doing. After this, we will start practicing alkenes and other organic compounds, other organic families. Okay, if you have named this, again you can see in the straight chain there are 4 carbon. It is the longest continuous chain. 4 carbon, so the parent name must be butane. Third rule, identify the branches. How many branches you can see? Methyl, 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 4 methyl. So you must write down tetramethyl. You can start numbering from either side. Why? Carbon number 2 is having 2 branches. Carbon number 3 is having 2 branches. and carbon number 1 and 4 don't have any branch. So since there are 4 branches, you must write down number 4 times. Which number you will write down 2 times? Number 2. Which number you will write down 2 times? Number 3. So what must be the number before this name? 2, 2, 3, 3. Tetramethyl butane. This is the complete naming for alkanes. Now if you practice these structure once again, obviously you will get mastery over this naming of alkanes, and once you have developed the required skill, then naming other organic compound, it would become easy for you. Now how to name the branches you have come to know. After this, how to name different functional groups, that we are going to practice on the next slide. Moving on, in the next case, now you are given some alkenes. You can see this is an alkene. Why this is an alkene? Because it contains a double covalent bond. What you can notice? You can notice there are how many carbon atoms in the longest chain? In the longest chain there are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are carbon atoms. So there are 4 carbon atoms. There are 4 carbon and they are having a double covalent bond between them. So what will be the name? Butene. But for 4 carbon, ene for double bond, butene. But double bond, if you just number, you can see double bond. If you number from either side, double bond, you can see it is present between which 2 carbon atom? Double bond, it is present between carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. Out of the two number, which number is always written? The number that is smaller. Out of 2 and 3, the double bond is present between carbon number 2 and 3. Which number is the smaller number? 2. So what name you will write down for this structure? 2-butene. 2. Why 2? Because the double bond is present between carbon number 2 and 3, but out of the 2 number, the smaller number is number 2. So the name of this structure is 2-butene. You can also write down name of the same structures, same alkene, in another style. What is that? You can write down but for 4 carbon, and before ene means double bond. You can place number before ene. You can insert number in between the name. Like the other way, other style to write down the name for this compound is but2ene. You can opt any method. Both these names are correct. It is not a big problem. Okay, you can write on either 2-butene or but2ene for this. Now try to understand this and try to name this next member of the alkene family. This time I have given you the skeletal formula. Give it a try. Okay students, if you have written the name, what you can see, how many carbon are in the straight chain? There are 4 carbon. Why? This is carbon, 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 carbon. There are 4 carbon and they are having a double bond. So this will be butene. But for 4 carbon, for double bond, ene, butene. So this is butene. But this time when you will do numbering, what you will come to know? Which carbon atom they are involved in double covalent bond? Carbon number 1 and carbon number 2. Which number is the smallest number? Carbon number 1 is the smallest number. So what will be the name of this alkene? But1ene, because 1 is the position, it is the smallest position where double covalent bond is present. Moving on, next example. Just pause the video, write down the name for this. Okay students, as I am telling you again and again, the straight chain must be the longest chain in all the cases that are in your syllabus. 4 carbon having double covalent bond, one double covalent bond. 4 carbon having one double covalent bond. So what will be the name? The name will be butene. And which carbon must get preference? The carbon that is having double covalent bond. Double covalent bond is present between which 2 carbon? 1 and 2. Which number is smaller? 1. So what will be the parent name? The parent name will be but1ene. Now in this case we will have to also apply rule number 3, identify the branch. With these 4 carbon, what you can see, there is one branch present, and what is the name of this branch? This is methyl, and this methyl numbering we have already done. You can see this methyl is bonded to which carbon? It is bonded to carbon number 2. We have studied this in the rules of nomenclature. Whenever there is a branched carbon, this is a branched carbon and this is a double bonded carbon, both of these are double bonded carbon and this is a branched carbon. What we said, which carbon must be given preference? The carbon having double covalent bond, it must be given preference. So that is why double bond is at position number 1 and the branch is at position number 2, 2-methyl but 1ene. Okay, look at the next example. Okay, this is again the skeletal formula. Okay, if you have written the name, what you would have noticed, this is the longest chain. How many carbons are in the longest chain? In the exam you have enough time, so just by using the pencil you can simplify the structure as I am simplifying like this, so that quickly you can come to know how many carbons are in the straight chain. You can see there are 5 carbon and there is a double covalent bond. So what will be the parent name? The parent name will be pent for 5, ene for double bond, pentene. But from which side you must number? So that double bonded carbon must get least number. If I number from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I number from left to right, double bond is present between which 2 carbon? Carbon number 2 and 3. But if I number from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now double bond is present between which carbon atom? Carbon number 3 and 4. So obviously I will start numbering from which side? From left to right, where the double bond is at position number 2. 2 and 3, 2 is smaller, we will write on 2. One more thing, in case of alkene, it is best that you must number before identifying branches. So it becomes clear. It becomes clear that what is the direction of numbering. So right now the parent name will be pent2ene because double bond it is present at position number 2 and 3. 2 is smaller number, so we have written number 2. Now rule number 3, identify the branch. You can see in the branch how many carbon atoms are there? 1. So it is methyl, and methyl is present, it is attached to which carbon? It is attached to carbon number 4. So the complete name will be 4-methyl pent2ene. Simple. So I hope you would have understood this. Now quickly write down the name for this. Another skeletal formula. Okay students, if you have written name for this compound, there was another trick in naming of this alkene. What is the trick? You can see there are how many carbon atom in the longest chain? There are 6 carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the trick? The trick is whether you number from right to left or you number from left to right. What you can see? 1, 2. Okay, let me write down carbon first. 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon. Okay, whether you number from left to right or from right to left, what you can see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Double bond is present between which 2 carbon from right to left? 3 and 4. Let's go from left to right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the double bond is getting same position whether we number from right side, right to left side, or from left hand side to right hand side. Whenever you come across this style of question where double covalent bond it is getting same position, then what you will do? Then you will prefer that side from where the branched carbon could get smallest number. If double bonded carbons they are getting same position from for numbering, whether you move from right to left or left to right, then you will not give preference to double bond because it is getting same number. Then you will give preference to the branched carbon. So what should be the focus of your numbering in this example? This carbon, that is the branched carbon, it must be the focus. So how you will do numbering in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now double bond is present between 3 and 4. We will write down the smaller number. It would be hex 3 in. Hex for 6 carbon, 3 position of double bond, in double bond. And there is a branch of 1 carbon at position number 2. This is methyl. So methyl at position number 2. 2 methyl hex 3 in. This is the name of this compound. Now students, likewise, now you have come to know how to name alkanes and alkenes. Likewise, sometime in your exams you will be given some cyclic compounds. Simple cyclic compounds. Complex cyclic compounds will not be asked for naming, but simple cyclic compound you can be given for naming. For example, if you have been given a square and it is bonded to a branch, what you must remember, each corner it represents a carbon atom. There are how many carbon atom in this closed chain? 4. And these 4 carbon atom, they are bonded through single covalent bond. So what will be the parent name? Cyclobute. Cyclo because it is closed chain, bute because there are 4 carbon, ane because there is single covalent bond. So the parent name of this closed chain compound is cyclobutane. And how many branches are there? You can see there is only one branch. What is the name of a branch containing 1 carbon and obviously 3 hydrogen? This is known as methyl. Methyl cyclobutane. Whenever there is only one branch attached to a cyclic compound, no need to write down number because obviously that branch would be attached to carbon number 1. But what if more than one branches are present? Let's see the next example. Can you name this? Okay, if you have given name to this, I'm going to tell you. Look at how many carbons are in the closed chain. You can see in the closed chain there are 5 carbon, single covalent bond, cyclopentane. Cyclopentane is the parent name. How many branches are present in this case? The branches are 2, methyl, methyl. So this is dimethyl. And what number? You will number only those carbon atoms which are within the closed chain, within the ring. You will not number those carbon which are present out of the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can number either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise or anti-clockwise. But what should be your focus? That the branched carbon, they must get least number. Even you can start numbering from this carbon. If you give number 1 to this carbon, then you will move this way, then this carbon number 1, this carbon number 2. So in either case the name would remain 1,2 dimethyl cyclopentane. Okay, now let's start students naming some of the other organic compound containing other functional group. Now if you have learned this portion of this lecture, it would be very simple for you people to name organic compound from any other organic family. Let's try some other organic compound from some other organic families. Look at this. This is the structure containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. First of all, now whenever you are given a compound, now after carbon and hydrogen, if some other element is present, what you must do? You must identify what is the functional group of the given structure. Now if you have identified correctly, this is the functional group. It is OH, hydroxyl. Hydroxyl is the functional group of alcohol family. If it is an alcohol, what will be the parent name? Look at how many carbon atom in the straight chain? 4 carbon. And these 4 carbon, they are having single covalent bond. Single covalent bond. So it is but for 4, ane for single covalent bond, and for OH what we write down, butanol, 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 but for 4, ane for single bond, ol for OH. So it is butanol. And you must also mention where the functional group is attached. This carbon is the functional group carbon because functional group is bonded to this carbon. So this must get least number. Least number in this case would be number 1. So what name you can write on, there is no branch in this case. Remember, hydrogen is not a branch in the organic chemistry. What are the important branches? I told you in the previous lecture. You can go back and have a look. What are the branches? The simplest branch can be some alkyl group, methyl, ethyl, propyl. But hydrogen can never be a branch in the organic chemistry. So there is no branch. There are 4 carbon having a single bond, OH functional group, and functional group is attached to position number 1. So the name would be butane 1-ol. But 4 carbon, ane single bond 1 at position number 1, functional group is present. Which functional group? Ol, butane ol. Look at the next example. In this case, again there is another alcohol. I have given you the skeletal formula. Just try to name this. Okay students, if you have named it, first of all I told you in case of skeletal formula you must simplify the structure. So you can come to know how many carbon atoms are there. In total there are 5 carbon, but how many carbon atoms are in the longest chain? 4. And this carbon is the functional group carbon. There are 4 carbon having single bond and OH is attached to position number 1. Branch is attached to position number 2. Now I think, I hope you would not be having any trouble. Branching is not a problem for you. To name a branch is not a problem. Numbering should not be a problem. Only you must identify which functional group is present and what is its parent name. So the parent name will be butane 1-ol. Which branch is present? Methyl. At which position? Number 2. 2-methyl butane 1-ol. Move on. Next structure. Identify the functional group. The functional group is Cl, halogen. So this is halogenoalkane. This carbon is the functional group carbon. It must be given preference while numbering. This is a branch of 1 carbon. What is the name of this branch? Methyl. How many carbon are in the straight chain? There are 4 carbon. What we studied in the rules, halogen atom, although it is a functional group, while naming it is not treated as a functional group. While naming it becomes a branch and written alphabetically. What does this mean? Let's apply this information that I revised for you people. What you will do, you will look at how many carbon atoms are in the straight chain. 4. And these 4 carbon are having single covalent bond. So the parent name will be butane. But for 4, ane for single bond. Butane. There are 4 carbon having single covalent bond. Next, this is a branch, methyl. This is also a branch, chloro. So both are branches in this case. Chlorine is a branch, carbon methyl is also a, 1 carbon is always methyl. This is also a branch. This is methyl, starts with M. This is chloro, starts with C. So branches, whenever they are different, they must be written alphabetically. Alphabetically, which alphabet comes earlier? C, chloro, followed by methyl. And what is the number? You can see chloro is at position number 2, methyl is at position number 3. Okay students, moving on, let's name some other organic compounds from some other organic families. Whenever now you are given a structure, first of all you must identify which functional group is present. If you identify the functional groups correctly, then naming would not be a problem anymore for you people. The same structure can also be given like this. It doesn't make any difference. It is same structure. Now what you can see in this case, if I name this structure for you people, in this case you can see how many carbon are in the straight continuous chain. There are 4 carbon. In total there are 5 carbon. So what can be the longest chain? This can be the longest chain having 4 carbon, and this carbon is the functional group carbon atom. Likewise, if you look at this structure, 1 2 3, this is the longest chain, 4 carbon, 1 2 3 4, and this carbon methyl is a branch, like this carbon methyl is a branch. So this is same structure whether it has been given to you horizontal or vertical. What you have come to know, there are 4 carbon. Between these 4 carbon, which type of covalent bond is present? Single covalent bond. And which functional group is present? If you can identify this functional group, this is COOH. This is carboxyl. This is alkanoic acid. This is carboxylic acid. So 4 carbon are in the straight chain having single bond, but, single bond ane, and carboxylic acid, oic acid. So the parent name would be butanoic acid. But for 4 carbon, ane for single bond, oic acid for carboxylic functional group. Now always remember, I told you carboxylic acid, it is always at position number 1. It is always at position number 1. So you will start numbering from this carbon, then 2, 3 and 4. What you can see, the branch is present at which carbon? It is present at carbon number 3, because we must prefer functional group carbon. It must be given least number. So when we have given least number to the functional group carbon, so the branch is at position number 3, the branch is methyl, and it is at position number 3. So you can complete this name, 3-methyl butanoic acid. Now students, you can see naming, it would have become simple for you people, provided you know how to identify the functional group. The rest you have to identify the branch, or you have to number. It is simple. If you have understood the naming of alkanes and alkenes, the numbering and identifying branches, it is not a problem. Moving on, can you try to name this compound? This is the skeletal formula. Try to identify the functional group. Okay students, if you have identified, I'm going to solve it for you. 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3, 4. So there are 4 carbon in the straight chain, and this carbon, it is a branch, 1 carbon, CH3. Whenever there is 1 carbon, it would always be CH3, methyl. So there are 4 carbon. Do you know which functional group is this? This is aldehyde, alkanal, aldehyde, alkanal. This is also always at position number 1. Aldehyde, carboxylic acid, and nitrile. What is nitrile? I told you people, nitrile is C triple bond N. These 3 functional groups, they are always at position number 1. Nitrile, aldehyde, carboxylic acid. So this is at number 1 position, number 2, number 3, number 4. What is the name? There are 4 carbon, single covalent bond between carbon, butanal. For aldehyde, we use Al, butanal. And at position number 3, which branch is there? Methyl. Position number 3, 3-methyl butanal. Very simple. Moving on, identify the functional group of this and try to name this. Okay student, if you have identified, there are 3 carbon, and what is the functional group in this case? This is the functional group. This functional group CO, when on both sides it has carbon, what it is known as? It is known as ketone, alkanone. There are 3 carbon. It is prop, single bond, ane, one, propanone. And at which position? At which position the functional group carbon is present? It is present at position number 2. So this will be 2 propanone. or you can write down propane 2-on. It is same thing whether you write down 2-propanone or propane 2-on, no problem. Okay, name this compound. Okay, now in this case, this carbon is the functional group carbon. What is the functional group? Amine or amine is the functional group. This carbon must be given least number 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 carbon, but, single bond, ane, and functional group is amine. At carbon number 2, butane 2 amine or butane 2 amine. Butane 2 amine. Okay, this is the name of this compound. Look at this structure. Try to identify the functional group and name this compound. In this case, there are 3 carbon atom in the longest chain. This is the functional group. Nitrile. Nitrile is the functional group. This is position number 1. Functional group carbon must get least number 2, 3. How many branches are there? There are 2 branches. There are 3 carbon in the straight chain. That is why it is prop and single bond in propane, and nitrile is the functional group. So this is propane nitrile. Propane nitrile because there are 3 carbon having single covalent bond between carbon atom. There are 2 branches. This branch, it is methyl. This is also a methyl. So 2 methyl. So you will write down dimethyl. And these 2 dimethyl, they are present at which number? Carbon number 2. Since there are 2 branches, you are supposed to write down number twice. 2, 2. Dimethyl propane nitrile. Next example. Try to identify the functional group. 1 carbon, 2nd carbon, 3rd, 4th. These are the 2 carbon which are branches. Can you identify which functional group is this? This carbon, it is bonded to oxygen and there is 1 hydrogen as well to complete its valency. So which functional group is this one? It is aldehyde. It is aldehyde. If you just look at this example, aldehyde. In this case, H was given. In this case, H was not given, so we have to place H ourselves. This is aldehyde. So how many carbon atoms are there? You can see in the longest chain 4. 4 carbon having single bond, but, ane, and aldehyde. So the parent name will be butanal. Butanal. How many branches are there? 2. Methyl, methyl. This carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4. At carbon number 2 and 3, there are methyl. 2, 3. Dimethyl butanal. I think now it would have become much clear for you people how to name any organic compound. If you feel some difficulty, you can go back. You can watch this video again. You can practice naming these compounds again. Go for this. Identify the functional group. The functional group in this case is C double bond O, the ketone. How many carbons are in the longest chain? There are 5 carbon. This carbon is the branch. There are 5 carbon, and now you can see this carbon from either side. Functional group carbon is at position number 2. Whenever functional group carbon is getting same number, we give preference to which carbon? The branched carbon. So we will start numbering from left hand side. Now this must not be a problem for you people now. Sorry, this is number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is number 5. There are 5 carbon in the straight chain having single covalent bond, ketone functional group. It is pentanone and it is 3-pentanone or pentane 3-one. At position number 2, there is a branch. Which branch? Methyl. 2-methyl pentane 3-one. This is the name of this organic compound. Go for this last example. We will end this lecture at this point, and then the third part of this lecture number 4, it is another very important lecture. In that case, I will explain to you people how to write down name for esters and polyfunctional organic compound. So you must also watch that video. That is also very important. Okay, name this. If you have named this, identify this is the functional group. This is carboxylic acid. How many carbon atoms are in the longest chain? 3, 4, 5. Even this is in the longest chain. So how many carbons are in the longest chain? There are 6 carbon. This carbon is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you written the name? Just check it out. There are two branches, methyl, methyl, dimethyl. So it would be hexanoic acid. No need to write down 1 because hexanoic acid, carboxylic acid, it is always at position number 1. So we don't write down number 1 for aldehyde, for carboxylic acid and for nitrile because they are always at position number 1. Hexanoic acid at position number 2 and 4, it is dimethyl. 2, 4, dimethyl hexanoic acid. I hope students you would have enjoyed this lecture. I have thoroughly explained how to name organic compounds, organic members of different organic homologous series. If you have any questions regarding this lecture, you can write on your question in the comments below. Also, please give your feedback in the comments. Thank you for your time. Bye.